See, the problem is people are, looking for love in all the wrong places. Love is not something you have to go looking for when it's where you come from. A friend of mine said that, Michael Hadley. I thought, wow, what a great thing to remember. Love is not something you have to go looking for when it's where you come from. So you can't lose something. Everything you thought you'd lose is already inside of you. See, if you won't feel respect, it's because you aren't choosing to focus on being respected. You're not communicating to yourself you should be respected. What if I said something to you? I said it in a way that made you feel disrespected. It made you feel disrespected, or you took what I said, managed to interpret it, represent to yourself, and communicate to yourself that my saying it in that tone of voice means I don't respect you, therefore you can't have these feelings. Does that make any sense? No. Do we do it all the time? Yes. Do we want to continue to do it? No. Okay? We want to change that. You can't ever lose anything. Now you can perceive you've lost something. By the way, do some people who've not lost a limb, not lost their eyesight, not lost anything, feel like they've lost over little stupid things, yes or no? Some people feel lost about something they never even had in the first place. Like they had this goal and it didn't happen. And then they go, shh, I lost my goal. You never had it. Or they had this expectation. Most upsets are about expectations that aren't met. Isn't that true? You expect somebody to do something. You expected yourself to do something. You expected life to do something. You expected the weather to be a certain way, and it didn't happen. You go, oh, I lost out. How could you lose out on something you never had? You must have been very confused. So you can't lose. But if you want to feel bad, what you have to do is have the illusion of loss. Create the illusion of loss. That's all you have to do to feel bad. So I'll guide you on how to feel bad. Step one, feel bad. Create the illusion of loss. I want you to make sure you take notes. The next time you want to feel bad, you know what to do. Okay? Now, after the illusion of loss, what that usually does is that creates the second major emotion in the anatomy of human emotion, and that is feeling of hurt. Feel hurt. And usually what happens is people don't notice the loss thing. They notice they feel hurt. If they're sensitive. Because this stuff happens pretty fast, doesn't it? Like we've forgotten it's loss. All we know is we feel hurt. Anytime somebody feels hurt, what it really is, they have a sense of loss about something. They lost out on their expectation. They lost out on what they thought they had. They think they've lost out on something else. They think they're missing out. They think something has changed. They think they're losing something. And they feel bad. They feel hurt. How many have felt hurt in a personal relationship? Great. Tell me, raise your hand and tell me, what did you feel hurt about? Give me an example. Yes, sir. You felt hurt about dishonesty, meaning you felt this person had been dishonest with you. Now, are we absolutely certain that this person was dishonest, that he felt that was dishonest? Yes or no? Is it possible this person was not dishonest, but rather he interpreted their behavior as dishonest? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. I had a conversation with my mom not long ago. I couldn't even believe it. She was like all hurt. She said, I'm really, and she went to the next level. I might as well tell you what it is. Most people, by the way, don't stay in hurt. They manage to immediately amp up into anger. Is that true? That's right, and that's the third emotion. So if you're angry, what you really are is what? Hurt, which means you really just have a sense of what? That's really it. So my mom was upset. I was like, what are you upset with me about? I mean, what did I do? She goes, well, she does flowers for seminars. And she asked me if I would contact this hotel and have the hotel like use her services. And I said I'd be willing to, but I don't think they do that. I mean, they never do it for us. Well, she talked to somebody else, and that somebody else told her that the hotel does it all the time, and they contract with somebody else, so your son must not really care about you. Now, she was also in a very stressful state. Does the state we're in and just our normal life affect the way we interpret meaning? Yeah, she was stressed about a bunch of other things, so while she's in a stressful state, somebody said this to her, and she went, oh, my son, he just thinks I'm a pain in the butt. He just wants to get rid of me. He must be ashamed of my work. He must not like my flowers. She created all this wonderful stuff. Can we create all kinds of shit in our head? How many are good at creating shit in your head? Okay. All right. Good. I am too. We all are. I'm not picking on my mom, trust me. Oh boy, it's on video. Now I'm really in deep shit. She taught me everything I know. She did teach me a good deal of what I know. Gave me a great foundation for my life. Point is, though, seriously, is she's all upset. And she thought that I had lied to her. Now, first of all, when she said I had lied to her, what do you think happened to me? Like, me, honesty is one of my highest values. I'm probably too honest. I tell people everything. Right? What? Right? The fact that she questioned my honesty. How many of you, somebody questioned your honesty and you know you're honest? I mean, that really upsets you. What do you think I got when she said that? Angry. How could you say that? And plus, I just did all these things for you. And I started remembering all the stuff I was doing for her, and I said, I have never lied to you in my life. Well, maybe when I was a little kid, but not since then. I said, what are you talking? I can't even believe that. Why was I angry? Because I felt what by her statement? And I felt hurt because I had a sense of what? Loss. And my loss was, how could we lose that connection of knowing who each other are? I'm my own mom. I mean, I'd do anything for her. I just got done doing this unique thing for her that, I mean, blew her out of her shorts. She didn't ever expect it. Right? Blew her out of her shorts. Interesting picture. And so, you know, what happened, though, is I realized that if I responded to her in a state of anger, will that probably work? No, it didn't work. So I realized I needed to change my state. And I asked myself a question that helped me a lot. The question I ask is, what's probably going on with her that makes her treat me this way, or treat people this way, or respond this way? Instead of, how dare she? Why? How can she treat me this way after I've done so much for her? Which would do what? Make you more what? Upset. Different question I asked, I wonder what's going on with her that's making her respond this way. I wonder what she's stressed about. And I asked her, and she told me, and she apologized, and just dropped right away. I'm here to tell you a belief I want you to remember for the rest of your life, that if all you do is remember this out of the whole weekend and really remember it at the right times, it'll change the way you communicate with other human beings. And the belief is this: then in any communication with another human being where you get a response from someone, in any communication with another human being and you get a response from someone, that response is either a loving response or a cry for help. In any communication that you have with another human being, where they give you some kind of response, they respond to you in some way, and that communication is either a loving response or a cry for help. That's it. Those are the only two kinds of responses. So one more time. In any communication with another human being, and they respond to you, they communicate to you, they react to you, they respond to you, that reaction, that response, I don't care what it looks like on the outside or what it seems like, it's either a loving response or a cry for help. Which one do you think my mom was doing in this situation? Was that a loving response or a cry for help? It was a cry for help, and help is saying, I'm feeling what? Hurt because I have a sense of what? It may not be true, but that's what I feel. And that person's a cry for help. Now, how do most people respond to a cry for help? With another cry for help. Is that true? How did I first start to respond to my mom? She's angry with me. She doesn't have a right to be angry. How could she do this to me? What's going on? I get angry back. So I respond with a cry for help. How dare you? How can you say this to me? Don't pull this crap on me. Look what I do for you. What kind of crap is this? Interesting. So when two people are yelling at each other, crying for help back and forth, who gets helped? Nobody. So you know what happens? The anger doesn't stop. What happens is the anger goes one place. Either it starts going out to other people and becomes resentment, which builds. And that resentment may be expressed or not expressed. Usually resentment is expressed non-verbally to other people. And some people do it by taking their resentment and they express it by what they call confrontation. And they actually feel good about it. They say, I'm not one of those people who keeps it inside. I confront people, little bastards. That'll really build a quality communication, won't it? I confront, I don't keep it inside. I'll tell you what's wrong. Yesterday when you did this and this and this, made me feel this way. I request in the future you change. Everybody try this. You know what? That doesn't work. It can work. Anything can work. The tone of voice you use is going to play a bigger role than what you say. How many would agree? Your facial expression is going to play a bigger role than what you say. How many agree? And somebody else can sit there and listen to you and say, yes, I'll abide by your request, but inside they're going, oh. Okay, that's not communication. That's not quality communication. We want to change and enhance our format. The other thing we can do is when we feel anger, instead of resenting and confronting, we can just keep it inside. If we keep it inside, usually what it becomes is depression. People are depressed, they don't even know why. The reason people are depressed, They feel like they're not in control. Like things are happening they're not in control of. They're not able to communicate and get control of their life. And a lot of times depression is directly related to the fact they've kept this anger inside and these upsets, and they haven't expressed them, they become depressed. How many can relate to this? Not you, but other people you've seen in real life. I thought so. So the bottom line is, what we've got to do when somebody responds to us with a cry for help is give them what kind of a response? Which of the two responses should we give somebody when they give us a cry for help? A loving response. Is that always easy to do? No. What it requires is you to remember that no matter what it looks like, they're just really crying for help. Somebody's angry. How dare you do this to me? You go, how dare you do this to me? You guys are crying at each other. How dare you do this to me? You should go, you should picture that. When how dare you do this to me? You son of a... Why do you always... And you come back and go, I hear you. I appreciate you. I love you. That's not my intent. How can we make this work? I'm willing to make it work. Thanks for sharing your real feelings with me. Let's do it. What do we need to do to make it work? How can we make you feel better? Because I'm committed to that. Well, you're there. I know. How can I make you feel better? How can I make you feel better? How can I make you feel better? Because I love you. How can I make you feel better? I'm willing to do it. What is it going to take? How can I feel it? What will it take? Let's do it right now. You get the idea? You don't want to respond to a cry for help by crying yourself. You want to be bigger. And the way you get bigger is you remember this. You remember it, you use it, you make it work. Okay? This will change your life. That one belief, if you also execute it. And you know what you're going to learn today? You're going to learn some skills today that are so easy and so simple that all you got to do is commit to making them a habit so you don't have to think about it anymore. Your life will change forever. Your personal life, the way you communicate to yourself, your practice, your team, and most of you are already so bonded, you're incredible. But is there always a deeper level that we could pursue, yes or no? There's always a deeper connection. And if it's possible, should we pursue it? Yeah, why not have more ecstasy? Why not be closer? Why not be more loving? Why not be more connected? Why not do more? Why not create more? Why not make it happen? Why not? Why not us? Why not now? That's what we're going to do today. So get the feeling for what it is. It all comes down to meaning. We change the meaning, we change it all.